I don't know if I used this debate before or this theory before or topic or argument, but I know a lot of people, especially if you're in this type of sector, you hear the terms "what do you bring to the table," and I know women hate hearing what do they bring to the table. There's some dudes that be like, a lot of old school dudes, they don't like that term "what do you bring to the table" because a lot of women feel like they either they are the table or um, what do you want? What is it that you want them to bring to the table? Now, to me, is I always looked at it like this. I understand now because it's like if I'm going to be protecting as men, this is I feel like I do this all the time. I'm trying not to get to. I understand because as men, if the ladies want us to protect, provide, and do all the things they need to do, yada yada yada, then most of the times he's going to be the head of the household, or like you're going to be the one that's going to listen to him. Now, a lot of these women feel like they are the table. It's like you need me to build your house. Now, to me, it's and a lot of women it's just like, well, if I have all the things that you say that you do, as in like most women they got jobs, they have their own house, they have their own cars and all that, which yada yada, which no man really has a problem with, and no one is just like congratulate. And most men look at it as congratulations, you're a human being. It's like congratulations, you're a functioning adult. Now, though, where it gets kind of like fucked up is it's just like just because you have those things doesn't make you a leader. It doesn't make you a leader. It doesn't even make you a protector and provider. It makes you just an adult. Tell you the truth. It doesn't, just because you have a house does not make you a leader. Just because you have a car just doesn't make you a leader. Just because you have a job, and this goes for both men and women, does not make you a leader. I want people to understand this. Like, these are things that you're supposed to have. All right. If you want to function as an adult, you need a house, you need a car, you need some place to live. These are just natural functioning things. That doesn't mean you're a good leader. Some people just like most people just use it off of survivability. In my, but that's just my solid opinion. If you want to argue with that, like those things make you a leader, I would like to hear your thoughts. But to me, all that doesn't matter. It's who you are. To me, it's who you are as a person, and what are you going to pass down in your lineage. That's if you want children. But most dudes, they want kids. They want to pass down a legacy. They want to pass down traditionalism. And for some reason, now in the black community, we don't really pass down a lot of traditionalism because a lot of times we grew up on survivability, and the only thing people really pass down is debt. Say that, and then when most of us are living in single parent communities, sometimes we are passed down generational trauma, as which in both terms is really bad because it's just like if you know I don't understand. That's why men we want to pick a wife because he who finds a wife finds a good thing, as the Bible said. We want to make sure the woman we are with is like we can vibe with. It's like it's someone that I can see myself growing in the future with, not just with her, but with the kids down the line. Because I keep saying this, men, we just don't think about ourselves when it comes to our legacy. We think about ourselves, the woman we are with, the kids that we will have, and like what am I passing down to the kids? It's everything, and it's like if I'm going to be sacrificing is everything if this woman's going to be worth sacrificing for. We look at all that. I'm hoping like any woman that gets this to understand this. A lot of men are when we pass down anything, it's just like not just us because men do die before women. Okay, am I going to have everything I can leave my wife to so she wouldn't have to work for the rest of your life, and then maybe she could pass down to her kids. Is she going to be good? All right, what happens to me? Am I going to be good? Now, what happens to my woman? Now, to me, I've always said this: forget the table. I think we shouldn't be using the table at all. The table doesn't matter. If you want to use any analogy, I always felt like the table was a bad analogy. It's just what I'm saying is because you don't build a table, you build houses, you build homes. So instead of using the table, we can only use the word house. It's just like, but in order to have a good house, need to be on good foundation. Any builder could tell you that you cannot build a house off a bad foundation. Now, this is what I feel like people should be asking. Well, not like, but not pervertly as do you bring to the table. Most people in real life, they don't even ask that question anyway. But it's just one of those things where in your head, it's just like, okay, if I'm going to build a proverbial home, I need to find out we are on good foundation, which means it's like, are we going to get along? If I'm, what do you, and what am I bringing to the home? In particularly, what are you bringing to the home, and what am I bringing to the home? Was that we can make together. We can make a beautiful house together. Is our foundation strong? It's just like what type of your foundation, your religion, your characteristics, your morals, all anything that evolves in that. It's just like, are you good with money? No. Do you like? Are you willing to learn to be good with money? Are you willing to improve? Or can you take criticism? Can you take accountability? That is your foundation. Like, you got to understand, like, well, in order to start building this home, I would like to build a home with you. In order for us to build with this home, how is our foundation? Is our foundation strong? It's just like, if we're going to get into arguments, debates, and on fights, how are we going to make up with each other? Can I be in a room with you and not be irritated by you? I know there's going to be some days where you're going to be like, ugh, I can't stand this nigga. But is our love going to conquer that? Because yes, there's sometimes you're not going to like your person you were with. Sometimes you know what I'm saying. I love you, but sometimes I don't like you, and that, to me, I understand that, because there's sometimes I'm not going to be. You're not going to agree with 100% what the person says. Okay, is you going to listen to the person you are with when they have this hunch, or they have this type of suspicion about someone else that's trying to ruin the home? You know, that's why they say, like, side chicks are home wreckers. They're literally the home wreckers. Why are you bringing another person in and then ruining everything that we built? That is a home wrecker. That is the mistress. That is a home wrecker. Unless you're into the poly thing, then you're just adding a side garage. That's what I think about when I think about poly relationship. You're the side garage. But then again, I'm want to be married to one woman. That's just me personally. So, with that being said, I feel like as human beings, we should stop in 2025. We should stop using the term the table. We just like, um, and start maybe just, I don't know what to call it, but I would say the foundation is like, do we have a strong is like, shorten a strong foundation? Some way we can shorten. Do we have a strong foundation to build a home? That's what I'm gonna call it for now. It's like, do we have a strong foundation to build a home together? And most people, like, we get with people that are not good for us. Sometimes we get with people that we think we want, but it's not really for us. And sometimes we think, like, just because this person doesn't have this yet, we are better than them, or they will slow you down. In which, like, maybe you've had the head start, and maybe he's just trying to build his way. But either way, if you get with him, he's going to get there. And this kind of follows under the women only want a finished product. He has to already has everything. Sometimes men not going to have everything. He may have two or three things. He may not have one or three things. Hell, he may not have none of the three things, but is working his way to get it. It's just like, maybe he needs that help. Maybe he needs that boost. And tell you the truth, women, it's like, if you have everything, it's like, what do you want in a man? And I honestly, I know a lot of women say emotional intelligence. Like, I want a man to be emotionally intelligent. It's just, what does that mean? It's like, what does that mean? Because a lot of y'all want men that still make more than you, and even though you're a boss, you want him to be a boss, and yet you don't, and him to spend money on you. And it's just like, what makes you think he wants you? Like, he's already a boss. What makes you think he wants another boss? Unless he's into that, but most of the time he's not. He needs someone to work with him. And I think honestly, like women, if you're that strong, you need to find a man that's like that. I don't even think they're betas. It's just like, okay, just get somebody that works with you. It's like he'll let you take the lead. It's like if you know what you're doing, I'll let you take your lead. I'll support you. I never looked at that as a beta man. It was just like, okay, she got it. We just ride the ticket on her. Like Judge Lynn told her and her husband, who now deceased, but it was just like he believed in her dreams and he rocked with her. And he was just like he knew that she was going to make it big time and all that stuff. He rock with. I think that to me that's a good relationship right there. Where like, and yes, she may look like the breadwinner, but I'm pretty sure they had a relationship where both of them can connect. And honestly, the way she talked about that man, she was in love with that man. So, and it's not like he was probably wasn't a bum. He was probably a good dude, but he was just like he bet the money on her. But I don't know. What do you think? Tune in. My name is Skinner Fly, and I'm out. Peace.